there, and welcome to my course. My name is Cindy Roberts. Please feel free to call me Cindy. It makes me feel younger. I know some students think it's weird. They're like, Miss Roberts, Instructor Roberts, whatever, but I prefer Cindy, all right? Hold on to your hats because you are in for a trip, all right? Because this inferential statistics and analytics, there's a lot of material you're going to cover fast. I will tell you from looking at previous evaluations, those are things students typically say. Way too much material in 6 weeks, goes too fast. So my advice to you, one, don't get behind. There's no way if you get behind, you can get caught back up. Don't worry, I will pester you constantly. What are you doing? Why aren't you answering? Why didn't you turn this in? And so I will keep up with you, but I think the big key is start off fast. Typically, the first week is overwhelming for most students. And the main reason is you are learning a new language. I mean, you're learning a statistical language, which is going to have a lot of definitions. I do a lot of lectures, videos that I give you things so you can see them as well. You're going to be reading. However, the one thing online students tend to not do correctly and they struggle is they don't write. They think because they're in a class, oh, I'll just screenshot and print and stare at the screen. If you never write anything, you're not getting that repetition. So try to pretend you're in a classroom, you're sitting here watching my lecture and take notes. I think you'll find that very beneficial. The other thing is sometimes students just disappear. The only thing I can guess is I always joke they go to that island that nobody does math, right? Because you've never been good at math. You've always struggled at math. Now's the time you're going to be okay. You're going to see this class is kind of weird because a lot of the math, well, one, it's very basic math, meaning adding, subtracting, multiply, dividing. The most difficult math you will do in here is a square root, and I would say Excel. Okay, but Excel does the math for you, and I'm going to walk you along the steps how to put formulas into Excel, and you'll see that right off the bat. Okay, that I'll be adding videos to help you with these. So the big key is, as I mentioned, don't get behind, don't get behind, don't get behind. So the first thing that you're doing, hopefully, is you're reading my announcements and you're watching this video, and you're all excited to get started, right? And so as you go through reading everything, I even mentioned keep a definition page because you're going to say two things that makes this class difficult. There's so much terminology and it takes a lot of time. I guarantee you will never say it's the math because you'll say, oh, I didn't know Excel could do that for me once I teach you Excel, right? And so the big key is definitely keep up. As you can see, there's 6 chapters in this first week. What I try to do in the live sessions is I only cover things I know you need. How do I know you need them? They're on quizzes, they're in the homework, they're in your project. So there might be other things that you might say, well, she didn't really cover this and I don't understand it. I will certainly still explain it to you. But I'm saying you have so much material in here, try to focus on only what you need. There's a breakdown, which I will, send announcements out to each week, making sure you stay on task. Because we start January the 2nd, and that's, the day after New Year's Day, the first week, your discussion will be due on Wednesday. After that, they're always due on Tuesdays. And I'll remind you, I will have all of my live sessions on Wednesday, so come by if you want to see me live. I do realize a lot of students cannot make it to live sessions, so they're recorded, so no problem. And then you just kind of go through each module. If it was me, the order I would go in, I would try to read as much as I can before my live sessions, because that way when I go over it, you'll be like, yeah, I kind of read that, but I didn't know what the book was talking. Oh, now I know what they're talking about. And so I would try to read early in the week. This is not a course, and I see this every session. Students will say, all my other courses, I could do all my work on Saturdays and Sundays. Nope, not this. I will bet you money you will not be successful if you only work on Saturday, Sundays. I know you have jobs. I know you have families. I know you have animals. I have animals or families, right? And I know you're busy, but you're in school for a reason. So if you can only spend 30 minutes a day on this class, that's better than spending cramming 10 hours on the weekend. What happens when you cram material, not only do you run out of time, you get stressed. And trust me, I know when you get stressed, you cannot do math. I can't do, when I get stressed, I start crying and I don't understand this. And Cindy, you can't help me. And I can't do it. Yes, you can with my help. All right. So don't disappear on me. This is just a welcome. How do you do? All right. So a welcome video to welcome you to the class. And we will get rolling very soon, very quickly. And I can't wait to meet every one of you.